I realized that I was gay when I was 15. Um, I was, I guess, confused about feelings I was having, and I kind of tried to convince myself it was a phase that I was going to go through and that it would be over and then I'd just be straight. I don't know why, because I wasn't raised to like be homophobic or anything. I wasn't comfortable with it, which I guess is natural since, you know, I was 15. But I learned to kind of accept it, I guess, as most people do, not everybody, but, and then it grew on me, and I realized, you know, this isn't going to go away. This is who I am, and then I realized that that was okay. Coming out was kind of an interesting experience in terms of my friends. Living in the digital age, it kind of happened with the click of a button on my MySpace, and then instantly all my friends knew. So that's kind of like, I kind of did the cop-out thing, but you know, as soon as they noticed, they were like, "Oh, that's okay, that's fine. You know, we accept you. That's fine. You know, you are who you are. It's great. It's great to have diversity." So I was lucky in the sense that all my friends really kind of accepted me and didn't care about who I was attracted to or who I was. It's, you know, that I accepted myself, and they accepted that. So that was good. And then in terms of family, was a little bit different. Again, my mom found out by kind of snooping. She found my MySpace, and then she knew for a week before she told me. She didn't know how to go about it, and then she confronted me. Instantly I knew what it was about, and I got those butterflies. I was like, "Ugh, why is this happening right now?" But she sat me down and she said, "I don't know why you would hide that from me. It's fine. You know, I raised you to know that you're a great person no matter who you love or who you're with or who you are, who your friends are. It doesn't matter. I love you. And I want you to know that, and don't ever hide anything from me." So that was really good to hear. Even though deep down I knew that's what she would say, I just, being 15, 16, I wasn't really ready to have that confrontation, but I guess I was, because when it happened, it was like a weight lifted off my shoulders. So I was really lucky in that sense too. And then I kind of had my mom help me come out with the rest of the family. She helped me tell my brothers. She told my dad, because I couldn't really, I'm not really close to my dad. I'm from a divorced parents, so I didn't really know how to tell him. So she told him for me, and then he came to me and said, "It's okay. I love you for who you are." And I guess, I mean, there are some parts of it that are a little confusing because, again, I'm not really that close with my dad, so I don't really know how he thinks about it. I mean, I know he loves me and I know that he's not against it. I just don't know all of his thoughts and opinions on it. But other than that, I'm really lucky to have such a great family that wouldn't like shun me or convince me otherwise. They, you know, complete support and friends and everything. I was blessed to have everybody who's in my life that accept me for who I am. Of course, I'm a big supporter of marriage equality, no matter where we are. Last year, when it passed in New York, I think for me, especially as a New Yorker, it was such a big step, obviously because I live here, but not only that, but when you think of New York, especially the city, you see, like, that's the one place you can go where you see the most diversity you can even imagine. There's all different races, religions, sexualities, anything you can think of, they're there. So to have a place like that not accept marriage equality was kind of, it was hard to think about. Like, there's so much diversity, yet you're being singled out. So then when it passed, I guess it was just such a, like, you can be proud of where you are and like where you're from, and in a place with such diversity, you can just say, everybody really is this. Even though there's so much difference, everybody's the same, and we have, you know, we're still trying to get all those rights, but you know, such a big step was made, and I think that, you know, it's nothing small. It's nothing small to say that, and there's nothing bad that can come from that. Nothing at all. So I'm really glad. So much support has come from that too. Like I know people who aren't even really close with anybody who's in the community, but they still support it. They love it. They say, why shouldn't everybody get married? And shouldn't that be the general thought process? I mean, you know, it's a matter of opinion, but I don't know. I just think it's a great step forward, and especially in New York. But anywhere it happens, it's a great step forward. I'm not a very political person, but when it comes to politics, I think that it's a business, really. So, you know, you have to think about a lot of the politicians are trying to keep face, and then, but for Obama to say something like that and say that, you know, he supports something, it's a big thing. I mean, even if you don't take it that seriously, it's big for him to say that, and no matter what it means, it can't be a step in any wrong direction, because you know, there's nothing better than support. So you know, I think it was really brave of him, and it was a nice reassurance, I think, and it was kind of confirmation that things are gonna keep changing and progressing towards a better future. Okay, so the most important thing in life is you cannot be afraid of yourself. It's okay to be afraid of anything, but don't be afraid of yourself. If you're having feelings that you're confused about, or you don't know what to do with, or you don't know how to handle, that's okay, that's natural. But don't be afraid of yourself, because the only person who can tell you what to do is you, not your parents, whether they accept you or not your friends, whether they accept you or not coworkers, not schoolmates, nobody, just you. So if you're scared, just know that there's somebody, even if you don't know them yet, there's somebody out there who accepts you and loves you. You just have to find them. So don't be afraid, it's out there. It absolutely gets better. It completely gets so much better. You just have to make it get better. It's up to you to make it better. Wow.